Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. G here. This is my first video on my channel. I'll be producing content related to gaming, like hardware stories, news coverage, some live streams, and even video skits, all little bit spiced up and centered around the world of gaming. In this first video, I like to share my personal experience of how I ended up getting an RTX 3090 video card for free. Stay tuned. I bought an Asus TUF RTX 3090 about a week ago for 600 British pounds, which is roughly 800 US dollars at today's exchange rate. The card arrived quickly, but right away I ran into a problem. During the 3D Mark Speedway benchmark test, it was immediately clear whether there's something awful happening with this card. It was hitting like 104 degrees Celsius on the hotspot and was throttling immediately like crazy, dropping to just like 10 or 20 FPS when it should be hitting around 50 or 60 FPS. So I immediately contacted the seller with my disappointing findings and requested a return. Apparently the seller hadn't tested the card before shipping it, and he must just assumed, it still works. Judging by the condition, it looked like it had been stashed in a dark basement somewhere. I mean, it looks fine and stuff, was a little bit dusty, but some parts were really rusty on the cooler, so no stainless steel here, boys. The funny thing is, the seller didn't seem too eager to take the card back. Instead, he offered me a £300 refund, which is about 400 US dollars. I politely refused and I insisted on returning the card. Selling an RTX 3090 for parts might have earned me a bit more than 300, but honestly, sounded like too much hassle. Still, it was a decent offer. Surprisingly, the seller asked me how much of a refund I thought would be fair. Honestly, that was kind of nice of him, but I stuck to my decision: return or nothing. And to my surprise, after about 10 minutes of back and forth, he just fully refunded me. Can you believe that? He didn't even want his rusty, beaten up girl back. Just tossed her aside like an old hooker. No ticket back home for you, you little tough whore. That is not waiting. So now I had this overheating mess on my hands, but I thought to myself, time to spread her up and see what's keeping her from performing like a champ. It took me just 10 to 15 minutes to open her up, and I spotted the problem immediately. She was dry like a grandma's vagina. The thermal paste had dried up into a crusty mess. Had to scrape it off with a wet wipes, then reapplied the fresh sauce. Another 15 minutes later, she was ready for the action. To my genuine surprise, the overheating issue was gone. There was now only 10 to 12 degrees difference between the actual GPU temperature and the hotspot. No more throttling, baby. And just like that, I I score myself a free RTX 3090. Yeah! The moral of the story: if you're selling something on eBay, make sure you're not listing defecting computer parts as working without testing them first. Also, if you think some random schmuck won't notice the difference between RTX 3090 and RTX 3050, you're not going to last long in this game. That's what she said. Right now, the card is performing at full capacity, and this entire video was powered by her full glory. Try to beat that, Budget Builds. The best GPU for £0 goes to Mr. G's channel. End of story. If you like my first video, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more glorious content. If not, burn in hell. Just kidding. All good. Hope you enjoyed the video. Mr. G signs out.